What's up, guys? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to be playing an enchantment aggro deck in Kamigawa Standard, which is looking to be really sweet, guys. Kamigawa is a really sweet set, and I'm really excited to see what else we can do. And I'm going to show you guys some other fun stuff we can do. So we have some pretty sweet cards that came out in Selesnya in green and white for enchantment focused stuff. There's lots of different ways to build this deck, lots of different ways to do really cool things with this. And I was having a hard time trying to figure out exactly which way to go. There's a bunch of cards towards just like put a bunch of enchantments on the battlefield. Enchantment creatures get +1/+1. There's also a lot of like modified creatures, just have lots of modified creatures, get all of the lands in the world and put out the lands and have Felidar Retreat trigger millions of times because you hit with a bunch of modified creatures with Kodama. There's just so many like cool shenanigans you could do with this. And I am really excited to do it. And I tried to mix a little bit of everything into the deck with playing like 1s and 2s of things, but the deck does have a focus a little bit more on just trying to play as many enchantments as possible. We have Generous Visitor, which says it's 1 mana 1/1. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a +1/+ encounter on target creature. And that's any creature. And that's a great way to modify creatures. So modify effect here with Kodama is just any creature that has either equipment attached to it, an aura attached to it, or counters on them. The counters is a really easy way to go, especially with Generous Visitor. If you're also playing auras to be able to go with this, you can just put counters onto a bunch of creatures, go wide, do whatever. And then Kodama says, whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, and then shuffle. There's just so many cool things you can do with this. Jugan says if you have 5 other modified creatures or 5 or more altogether, then it also gets +5/+5 and has trample. So then it's a 7/7 with flying that comes down on turn 3, and then on turn 5 it'll be a 7/7 with flying. Really cool stuff. There's just a lot of cool new cards that came out with this. But for us, I think we're just gonna be focusing on the main basic thing here, which is just build up a big Kami of Transience or Generous Visitor, and then just attack it for lots of damage. Luckily, Jugan also comes in with flying, so we can put counters onto this if we need to as well. Good stuff. Okay, so the game plan. On turn 1, we want to be playing out a Generous Visitor. On turn 2, we want to be playing out a Kami of Transience. It's 2 mana 2/2. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you just put a counter onto itself, but it already has trample, which is really good. And then at the beginning of each end step, if an enchantment was put onto your graveyard from the battlefield this turn, you may return it from the graveyard to your hand. So it also has recursion. It can come back from the graveyard. So even if this does die, turn 1, we play out a Weaver of Harmony, a Ranger class, or our Death Touchy enchantment for it's one of the only 1 mana enchantments that we have. We need more of those. We have some auras that aren't as good, but anyway, if those ones go to the graveyard, we can bring this from the graveyard back to hand. So a little bit of card advantage there. We also have a 2 mana white creature that just draws this card that's an enchantment, and so it works for this as well. So Spirited Companion, another good creature to put out there. We also got to see in the last deck I did last video with Star Fox aggro that Michiko Reign of Truth is just a busted card as well. So we're gonna have lots of enchantments out on the battlefield. We'll be able to buff up our Kami of Transience, hit in for more damage. It doesn't have a lot of protection. This is one of the creatures we're trying to build up like crazy and hit in with. So we do have 1 copy of Tamiyo Safekeeping, a new card that comes in 1 mana. Target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible until turn. It's just permanent as well, so I can hit lands. You gain 2 life. Man, there's so many ways to go with this deck. Sorry, I'm a little bit jumbled with this one, but overall I think it's really good. We also have Weaver of Harmony, 2 mana 2/2. Other enchantment creatures you control get +1/+1. You can also pay 1 green mana and tap it to copy target activated or triggered ability you control from enchantment source. You may choose new targets for the copy. So let's say that you play this out on turn 3 or whatever. You have out a Generous Visitor, you have out Kami of Transience, and then you play out a Michiko, and you already have a few enchantments out in the battlefield, but you pay this to be able to buff up, get a second copy of Michiko's buff ability, and that'll make Kami of Transience. You can put the extra counter from this when you cast out Michiko, but put a counter onto this, get some more counters onto Kami of Transience. It's a really big creature, and then you get to buff it up a bunch of times with Michiko as well. And maybe you have 1 extra mana, so you play out a snake as well, and this becomes like a 10/10 that you're hitting in with on turn 3, turn 4. And there's just a bunch of things you can do with this, and so I'm really excited to see how powerful we can make this. There's a bunch of things that work really well together. We have just Ranger class good enchantments that are being played already, and Rune of Might to give trample to other creatures in case we don't find a Kami of Transience. Jugan could go crazy. Restoration. This is a white mana saga that actually ramps up for you. Not a lot of white decks that can ramp. This one's a little bit awkward how it works. It's a 3 mana. You can search a basic plains to your hand, and then on the second saga, the next turn, then you can discard a card, and when you do, you can return a permanent with mana value 2 or less. That can also be land, so you can ramp up with it, or you can return back our Kami of Transience. We have Felidar Retreats, we have Hallowed Hauntings, we have Emeria's Calls, all the fun things we can do with this deck. We have Borrow Time as well, which enters the battlefield and exiles a permanent the opponent controls. If we have Weaver of Harmony, we can double up that effect, so for 4 mana, we can exile 2 creatures of theirs until this leaves the battlefield. But anyway, that's the deck. There's just a whole bunch we can talk about. We're going to talk about it as we play the game now, so wish me luck. Let's dive into it. Here we go. All right, we're up against Nichiren, and a pretty sweet hand here. We don't have any of our Genesis Visitors or Kami of Transience, but this is at least a way to show how good the deck is anyway, or how good it can be. And as I was saying in the intro, like, there's so many different options to go for. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe, because there is tons of things we're going to be building and having fun with here in the future. So hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to keep going. Let's go ahead and play out Plains first. Pass the turn. I think we're just going Ranger class turn 1. Weaver of Harmony could be nice to be able to like double up the abilities with Ranger class, which what else would we be doing? That might just be the best way to go. So Weaver of Harmony first, maybe make 2. Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So Weaver of Harmony first. Pass the turn. I like Ranger class as well because it puts counters onto creature you're attacking with. So with Kodama, that becomes a really, really awesome way to go. Ooh, Kami of Transience. We're gonna go for the Ranger class ability, though. I think just being able to make more stuff is just a good way to go. So we're gonna go. I'm not sure if I need to hold up full control with this. I don't want to experiment right now. So yeah, auto pay it out, let it resolve. As it triggers, we're gonna have it trigger an additional time. There we go. Okay, take off full control. I should be able to like trigger and offer me a chance to do stuff there. All right, so most likely board wipe. I'm recognizing that now. I wasn't looking at what they were doing. I was just focused on my side of the board. That's sad. Okay, whatever. All right, so now we're gonna play out Kami of Transience. We're gonna play out Shigeki, put a counter onto it, pass the turn. More board wipes would be awful. We're up against a pretty good deck against what we're doing here. So that's bad. They might just like foretell another Doomscar. That would be the worst thing ever. Another Boseiju. A little bit awkward when you have the other legendary out there. The other thing with Kodama too is there's a lot of 3-color decks that I would want to put this in, but then you don't have as many basic lands. It doesn't work as well. Just non-land permanent. Let's see here. How do we want to go about this? I might want to try to find another land and buff this up. So let's go ahead and just go Spirited Companion for now. I'm going to try to draw another land that's not Boseiju. There we go. Okay, we got it. So now we can do either Ranger class and grow this a little bit more. But I think I want to save that for when they board wipe again. So let's just go ahead and buff this up right now. Attack in. Get another modified creature. Now Kodama can let us go find a bunch of lands. How many basic lands did I put into this? Let's check out Tressy Dusty MG Assistant. Description down below. There's another board wipe. Yay. So we do have 4 planes for forest. That's enough that if we find all of them, we have lots of lands at that point. So yeah, take action, bring that back to hand. Whoa, that's so awesome. It board wipes, it doesn't matter. All right, cool stuff. We have Felidar Retreat. How do we want to do this? We're gonna play out the Kami again. Just keep the threats going. A counterspell here would be annoying. Saw it coming. Yeah, okay. The counter. Do I want to go for Kodama or just another Ranger class? I'm just debating if I want to play out this Boseiju or not. I can tap here, play this one out, have the extra mana. We're still stuck on 4 lands, but then we have Felidar Retreat with Kodama that will get a counter. They have to answer that or else we go crazy, right? So let's do that. Play out Boseiju, number 2. Keep this one, play out Kodama. Pass the turn. We came here to do fun things, and so this might not be the smartest play, but oh boy, is it going to be awesome. Professor Symbology. They don't have another white source. Oh wait, they have the Celestis. Okay, I'm surprised they didn't go for exiling this. Environmental Sciences. Hard draw would be another great way to go here, just like hitting a land or the Felidar Retreat right away would be nice. I'm going to hold off with Borrowed Time until we have something good to hit. All right. Fateful Absence. Yeah. Man. All right, let's draw first. I don't think I'm playing Felidar Retreat unless I have a land. This would be a nice time to do it when they can't counter it, but whatever. Ranger class, number 2. Pass the turn. So I said this was an aggro deck. This is kind of feeling a little bit more mid-rangey, though. Just like being able to like keep putting out threats, keep doing stuff. But it has the chance to be crazy aggro. When it becomes night or day, they get into life. And you can draw a card, discard a card. Don't like that. Guess we just keep kind of buffing these up. Do I want to start looking on the top of my library? I don't think so. I think we just buff this up right now. We can play the Fang of Shigeki as well and hold up Tamiyo. Now we don't have enough green mana. So make a 4/4. I'm kind of expecting them to bounce here. I'm hoping the Tamiyo Safekeeping helps us out. Wandering Emperor, perfect. Yeah, so go ahead and use the exile the ability here. Indestructible and hexproof. All right. I got them to use lots of cards to just get rid of a token, though. I'm fine with that. Next turn, we get to play Shigeki, borrow time, get rid of the Wandering Emperor. Ooh, boy, that's scary. Oh, no. Whoa, okay, that changes everything. That was a good play. Okay, do I care that much about the Wandering Emperor now? More than these guys? I don't think so. So we go Generous Visitors. We play Borrow Time. Counter onto itself, not onto one of theirs. I've decided that's a bad idea. Yeah, we get rid of this. Wandering Emperor is annoying, but this will work better. One card in hand. That's not very much. Do they have Hollow Storm Giants? Oh boy, yes they do. No blocks. They keep getting a bigger dude. Our guy's gonna get big pretty quick though. Down to 13. This doesn't have... I thought this had Vigilance. I'm really surprised I didn't swing at this. Jugan can be interesting. Got rid of a Disruption. And we still haven't found a land for the Felidar Retreat. Do I go for another Borrow Time? Yeah, I think we do. So we know that they have the Disruption, so we definitely play out Borrow Time here first. No, not on them. Counter here first, then Borrow Time over there. Almost messed it all up. They have enough mana to block with this. Yeah, with this they do. So we don't go swinging just yet. I like Generous Visitor. This is a sweet card. Yeah, no attacks. All right. But we're able to rebuild. They are top decking now as well. And we should hopefully be top decking a little bit better soon. We don't have a ton of just creatures off the top. There's a lot of enchantments that are also creatures, a lot of that kind of stuff. That's part of the reason, too, I only have this as a 2 of. It works fantastic for the deck, but I wanted to play some more of the new cards here, which I think ultimately has played out nicely. Looks like another Sot coming, or potentially a counterspell. Enchant non-land permanent. Unfortunately, I can't put this onto the Hallowed Storm Giants. That'd be nice. Can't block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. How much do I need to play around the disruptions? I'd much rather play this out first to try to draw out a counter. On to the Professor of Symbology. Let's just do that. Counter onto Shigeki. I don't need to be putting onto that guy. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Jugan onto Visitor. Because I need to keep this guy back no matter what, just to block the Hallowed Storm Giants. We get a 1/1. Add some extra mana for us. That is actually nice. We're going to swing you there. We get the +2/+1 counters. I could swing at this and have a 4/4, have one blocker for the Hallowed Storm Giants. I probably don't die next turn unless they have removal. Yeah, that's too many what ifs. Counters onto this fella. It's a 7/7. Fateful Absence, that's fine. I mean, I don't like it, but it's okay. And create another Samurai. Yeah, with Vigilance. That's important to remember. Oh, man. What's this next one? Counter onto each of the 2 target creatures. So we say no blocks this time. Take the 2 down to 11. They didn't go for the Hall. With 2 of them, I kind of figured they would just swing into this and get rid of it. They can play a little bit slower, though. Gains life, gets the cycle. There's a land. You guys get counters. All right, so we go Felidar Retreat. Draw out another counter spell, I'm sure. No. Ooh. And then we get to have the land with this to investigate. So we're just going to go wide right now. Just go wide. Death Toucher is what's blocking this. I could swing in here, not draw a card, and have a 4/4 that goes after the Wandering Emperor. This can only be sacrificed at sorcery speed. So I have a decent chance of hitting the Wanderer. Oh, wait, no. They have blockers. Right. Pass the turn. And then next turn we get Jugan. Emery Deluge for 7. Oh, man. I would love to have a Soul Sister in Standard. Just to, like, have another way to actually be drawing lots of cards while we're playing all this would be so good. I didn't find one. Let me know if I'm missing one. I think that there was some stuff maybe in Alchemy or in Historic. There's tons of stuff. But as far as being in Standard, I don't think there's tons of ways to just draw cards with enchantments. Besides our good old boy, Spirited Companion. All right, swings in. Probably with a 3/3, we take it again. And that one. This might be a board wipe of some sort. So we will block with the Death Toucher. Take the 3. Board wipe would be very annoying. Kill you. Investigate. Draw a card. Alright, hopefully we hit more lands to get more counters on things and whatever else. Emeria's Call. Ooh, how much mana do we have? That's a land for Felidar Retreat. Michiko with this is going to be really awesome on another turn. Thinking here. So I'm just debating if I want to play out the Emeria's Call. I don't have enough mana to play it anyway, right? So we do play it out. We play it tapped. We get a Felidar Retreat trigger. If we find another land, this becomes a 7/7 with trample on the next turn, plus the counters. And so that can become a really, really awesome thing for us. So I think that we just go for going wide still. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. 5. I don't have a reason to play anything else, do I? Yeah, I think we just go 5. Five or more other modified creatures. Does it say other on that as well? Just modify creature. So if I modify this, we have enough. So attack in here. I keep forgetting the Hallowed Storm Giants. That's so annoying. Would I rather them use that and not cast another spell, though? You know what? Yeah, I think I do want that. Do I? No attacks. Pass the turn. All right. We'll hold off. Keep being slow with stuff. I probably should have just paid 1 there and activated the Ranger class so we can start top decking better. Boseiju goes away. That's fine. Letting me find green or white mana here. I guess green. We still have a Turntimber Symbiosis, but we don't have the Emeria's Call anymore. And then the land. Sweet. Counter onto everything. And now this is an 8/8. Yes! All right, they're going to have to fire off the board wipe. I'm positive they have it. Yeah, there it is. It's another 2/2. All right. Come on, good stuff off the top. Land is still good as well. Ranger class can hopefully help us get through the lands and then to everything else. And Kami comes back. Yes. Oh, it's so good. All right. I forgot about that. Super cool. Yo. Okay. I guess we just start growing this up again. Yeah, just play out another... Death Touchers are good. They keep blocking the Hallowed Storm Giants. Michiko lets us buff up on the next turn, which is a big buff for Kami of Transience just to hit for lots of damage. And if there is a board wipe soon again, then we get to play some other things. Yeah, okay. But let's just have other creatures after board wipes, so let's just keep growing the board and keep doing things. We'll play it out. Buff this one right now. It's an 8/8. We have a lot of enchantments. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now. Oh man, these control matchups are so hard. I don't know how they're winning the game. I mean, we're already at 8 life, right? So that's how they're winning the game. They just keep going through everything. Maybe they'll mill out before we get to do anything. Yeah, draws and discards. We need to find a way to gain more life. Fateful Absence. The scary part is they will eventually get to a point where they have enough mana that they can draw, they can Doomscar and then hit in with Hallowed Storm Giants all in one turn. And that's where I just don't know if we ever really win. Gonna try attacking in here. Nope. Switches from day to night. Yeah, going for Kami. You tapping down all of the colored stuff there. Let's go ahead and activate this. Generous Visitors off the top. All right, so I think we just attack at face. Oh, it gets tapped down because of Stinking Wandering Emperor. Oh, man. Oh, I hate that so much. Okay. You go here. We're going to have to just deal with the Storm Giants. Counter, counter. It'll just trade off with the Samurai, but that's fine. Force him to use the Wandering Emperor. Ah, I'm angry right now. Okay. We had to land off the next turn. Land off the top next turn. Full Breaker Horde. Yeah, I think that's game. Yeah, good game. All right, they get that and the Hallowed Storm Giants. They get to go off with everything. All right. They get Wandering Emperor to put it onto this or Hall or whatever. Oh, I forgot with the Wandering Emperor that it would just exile when we attack in. Yeah, anyway. We took way too long to actually get going there, but that was a fun game and we were resilient. We stuck through it for a long time. We were still in the game after 2 board wipes. So being an aggro deck that has that much resilience is awesome. All right, here is the aggro hand. If only we were on the play. Oh man, this would be so beautiful. Still very, very awesome. We have Generous Visitor. We have Kami of Transience. Turn 3, we have Weaver. Hopefully we get some other things along the way. Up against the other most aggressive deck there is, so that's terrifying. So land off the top will give us Weaver. We'll be able to get lots and lots of counters here. If we go to Kami of Transience next turn, then we get Weaver and Fang. We get to put so many counters so many places. No blocks. Oh, come on, land. Did I put this on green? I know I need white mana for other stuff, but there's so many green cards in my hand. I'd rather be able to play other stuff. Like if we find another just like planes off the top, I would much rather have this be on green. So play out Kami of Transience. No attacks, pass the turn. Gonna be taking some beats for the first couple turns. Goro. And give everything haste. Reconfigures with haste there, yeah. Yep, no blocks. Take the beats, down to 13. They got really big. Discard, they're discarding right now. Got rid of Crash Spot and Shatter Skull. Yep, I would do that too. Oh man, okay, we don't get as many enchantment spells as I was hoping for. All right, well, just Weaver here. Counters onto stuff. Let's just make one big dude. The dodge removal. Yeah, I think we just put it all there. No attacks, pass the turn. Keep growing our board. Another Weaver of Harmony grows this guy. Hopefully we find land so we can go for the Fang of Shigeki as well. Or more Kamis or whatever. Reinforce Ronin. It's a 2/2. Oh, he just draws a card. Okay. Sweet. Dude, we need lands. Yeah, just another Weaver of Harmony now. Now it's getting a little bit out of hand. And I like that. Out of hand is the way to go. Yep, those are 3/3s now. And now we do swing in with this 5/5, and I can take the 3 damage they deal. If they give it double strike and trample, how close to dead are we? The ways they can do that will take up all of their mana, I think. They can block here and trade off and maybe shoot it for 2 damage, but I think that was a pretty easy hit. Another Weaver of Harmony, pretty sweet here too. Runaway Trash Bot. I'd love to play out more of these transients, but I don't think we need to. No blocks, we'll take 3. Down to 10. I think we just get so big. Yeah, okay, there we go. Generous Visitor, number 2. Bang. Counters on everything. 1 counter there. 1 counter there, and then Kami gets bigger. And now we have a Death Touch blocker as well. Do I swing in here? I think so. I'm fine blocking with this one. So this one for each artifact enchantment card in your group. And it has trample. That's important to remember. All right, actually, we hold that back then. We play a little bit slower. We're fine here. We win on the next turn, almost guaranteed. Pass the turn. As long as they don't kill us this turn. So just stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. If they have ability to give this double strike is when it gets terrifying. Snipe something down, that's fine. Another thing in the graveyard, it's a 4/4 with trample. That's fine. Reconfigures over to there. 5 damage, doesn't have a way to give it anything else, right? So yeah, we just block here. You can only kill one thing, right? Just debating if I just like double block here to make sure. Nah, it's fine. It's Death Touch already. Okay, down to 8. You die. You get the rabbit back as a blocker. Dude, so many Weavers. All right, this has been rather insane. I believe this is lethal no matter what. More counters on the trampoline, dude, right? Yeah, they can only block 2 guys. 1 other guy gets through, we win. Yep, game over. Game over, man. Game over. Down to -3. We win the game. I like how this deck is running. That was a mono red version. I wasn't sure if that was the Boros deck. They might have not been able to play very well because they were playing the Boros and only had red cards, but I liked it. All right, beautiful hand here. Dude, I don't think we've been on the play yet. This would be so good if we were on the play. It's still not bad, but that will kill our guy probably. Okay, so Lair of the Hydra, go Visitor. What are we up against? So many decks play Shambling Ghast. Eye Twitch. Yeah, no blocks. Let's see if it ends up getting sacrificed anyway and killing our Generous Visitors. Hopefully not. Play out Plains. I think it's just Ranger class over the card draw or whatever else. Just because it doesn't die to this stuff, right? Give ourselves a bunch of 2/2s instead. So with Shambling Ghast out there, I'd rather have this. Tack in. Yeah, I'm fine with them having the Eye Twitch trigger here. Down to 18. Skullport Merchant. Swings in for those guys. Yep, no blocks. Don't want them to have treasures. Down to 17. Farmland. All right. Kodama could be a really busted play. It has reach to block the Eye Twitch here as well. With Ranger class on the next turn, it can be modified to be really busted. I could also just play Weaver of Harmony, get a counter here. Let's go for the big plays. Kodama. Swing, swing. You could block one of them, and that's fine. And now we get to play Spirited Companion and Weaver of Harmony, put counters on both of them without Ranger class, keep building the board. The issue here is going to be, let's see here. Turntimber can go away. That's fine. The issue is going to be the board wipe if they have Blood in the Snow. That's what gets us bad. Overgrown Farmland. Let's go with Spirited Companion. Draw a card. I might not go for the Weaver of Harmony. Just hold off on that. Let's go counter here for Kodama. I might just buff up on this instead. Draw a card. See what else we can find. Felidar Retreat is so good. All right. Ah, man, do they have the board wipe? I mean, they wipe their own board as well. I can put the counter onto Spirited Companion so that if they have Shambling Ghast die, this doesn't die right away. Oh, wait, this is going to get a buff anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. Put the counter there. Attacking with these Yoo-Hoos. I think that's enough. If anything gets through, we get extra lands. Felidar Retreat's gonna be sweet with Kodama. We get to go off at that. Yeah, I assume they just kind of blocked here, just chump. That's fine. We want them off the board so then we can hit in for the next turn. Okay, we get a land. More Rampage, great for Ranger class, great for all of the things. Six mana now. Do they have the Blood in the Snow? If they have Lolth, I think we still are fine. If they have basically anything, we're still good. With Felidar Retreat being able to hit the trigger right away. All right, they did have the Blood on the Snow. Oh, no. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Get rid of the land. Not another land. I could buff up Lair of the Hydra for 1, play Michiko, start going off that way. That's just a way to hit in for this turn. I'm not sure if that's actually better than playing anything else out. It gives us something to do with Michiko as well, where Felidar Retreat doesn't really buff us up without a land right away. And so let's just do that. Let's go X1. Michiko onto the Lair of the Hydra. Swing in for 3. Nothing crazy. Down to 9 though. Keep the pressure rolling. Pass the turn. I can buff up the Lair of the Hydra if I want to as well. That's a death touch thing. Uh-oh. All right. Not as much fun. Let us draw cards. You get a target player. Oh, man. They always target themselves. Rude. Oh, no. And we lose Felidar Retreat. No. Okay. That's bad. Oh, their stuff gets bigger. All right. That has to target something. That's good to know. I mean, that's why I was holding up Lair of the Hydra to be able to activate it, but now we want to do this instead. Buff those up, pass the turn. As long as they don't find a Lolth to start going off with, I think we still have a chance to come back here. Losing the Felidar Retreat was annoying. They've been able to hit that many a time. Because they had the Blood in the Snow trigger, they had an extra one. So 3 times with Acquisition Expert, we've had to discard 3 cards, and we're still playing really great. Ranger class will let us start playing off the top of the deck. That should hopefully keep us ahead of them. Jugan becomes massive. We just need something that has hexproof, you know? We have so many ways to put counters onto something. If we could just have something with hexproof, life would be fantastic. Agadeem's Awakening. Don't have anything to discard. They have a massive board. That's fine. I don't think they can outpace us until they have something like Lolth. So they're just drawing cards trying to find that. Getting rid of a Shambling Gas, killing our monk dude, hitting in for 4. That's fine. I mean, it ain't great, but it's fine. Basically, anything off the top here is okay. Yeah, nothing to actually target here. I can hold it full control and get up Lair of the Hydra, but I think we're just going to try to find something off the top here. Oh, wait, I can submit 0 on that one, yeah. Okay, we get a creature. I should have done those in opposite order. Oh, well. Yeah, we look for this. Michiko's is okay. Pass the turn. And now we just have to hope Ranger class gives us a lot of good things off the top. That's a Professor Onyx. Holy crap. Okay, never mind. We're dead. All sorts of dead. Yeah. Ah, man, if we were on the play, I think this game would have been over. I think that being on the play, we would have been able to hit in so hard before the Blood in the Snow, get in for a bunch of damage where we were trying to hold off because of Shambling Gas or whatever else. Like, being on the play, this game is completely different. Just having the exact same cards, I think we would have dominated easily by the time that they were at this point, even with the board wipe. Because of just how much damage we could put on with the Kami at the very beginning. And so yeah, that's the thing, is just like being on the draw with this is pretty hard. We are an aggro deck, but we don't have lots of haste, and that does affect a lot of things. Weaver of Harmony. Emeria's Call off the top. Don't have tons of mana there. So Weaver of Harmony, we're at 10. We sacrifice something that's big. I think we do pay for this. So 1, 2, 3. Could have played Michiko, another person to have come out later. But I think that we just need to try to have a few big dudes. Bellstinger's going to keep hitting us. Is this one even worth playing out? Like, I know we're really on a back foot here, but have a chance to hit Professor Onyx on this next turn. They don't have removal. They've been able to draw lots of cards, but if Professor Onyx goes away, get another card draw as well. Professor Onyx goes away, we start drawing something decent off the top. You know, maybe there's a bunch of things on the top for Ranger class. Then we have a chance. X5, everything dies. Oof. We lose 3 life. They gain 2. They get to draw cards. We can hit him with Lair of the Hydra if they don't have a creature here. And now we can't really hurt ourselves with Emeria's Call to get extra mana. So we'll see what's off the top. Let's hope they don't play anything else here. Ooh. Is it worthwhile to maybe go into red just for the occasional haste or find some other cards? There are a few hasty creatures in green as well, but nothing that works for what we're trying to do. But I think that would help us have a better chance of winning more games on the play or on the draw. I mean, oh, another land off the top. All right, so this is what we do. We go. Oh man, I hope they don't have a way to kill this. Lair of the Hydra, X1, and then we play Michiko's Reign of Truth. And we also get the counter from the Ranger class. Chico. They killed Lair of Hydra right now. No, yeah, I think that's game if they have the kill right now. Okay, they didn't have it. We know we're getting a land off the top. Is it worth holding on to this Emeria's Call? Yeah, okay. Good game. We're gonna go on. I want to play one more before we're done with this video. So that was another long one that ended up sadly. Oh man, we just need to be on the draw, on the play one time, deck, one time. Guys, we're on the play. Everything changes from here on out. Like it's game over. Game over, man. All right, we're looking for one more 1-drop. That would be the bestest thing that could happen for us. So play this out. I'm gonna try to hold on to Boseijus as long as I can. In general, we have a green source, we have a white source. We do have lots of green creatures that we want to play. That's another 1-drop. Whoo, boy. All right, so play out Boseiju. Go Generous Visitor. Play out Fang. Oh, this is so good. All right, counter onto you, counter onto you. That's a turn 2 3/3. That's hitting in. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's why this is an aggro deck, not a mid-range deck. That right there. Oh, boy. Kodama could be good just to start ramping right away and just get way ahead. But Ranger class gives us 2 more counters. Oh, man, and another 2/2. Tainted Adversary with Death Touch is annoying. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I hate not being able to maximize mana. If we get a land off the top, then everything is perfect. But I do want to make sure I get counters onto all of the things. So let's go Ranger class or Weaver of Harmony. We'll go Weaver of Harmony. So counter here. This will be a 3/3 already. Yeah, counter here then. We're going to swing in with the Death Toucher. I'm fine trading off, but we do not want these guys to die. How far ahead are we if we don't care about that? Oh, man. See, there's always the trade-off of, like, do I go off aggressively and trade aggressively? They're going to trade right there. We get him off the board, but I could have gotten in for, you know what, like 5 more points of damage? Three points of damage there. But with how many cards they have, with everything else, we still have a decent chance of hitting him with Kodama on this next turn. If we hit land, we can go Ranger class, buff up something that attacks in. Kodama just ramps us up so much, but that's not very useful, except for when we have Ranger class and we can buff up, you know, pay for the mana and do all this stuff. Ooh, that's an extra trigger. I guess I know what I'm doing, huh? Ranger class. Counter here. Counter here. Oh man, it's so good. Oh, they basically have to have board wipe or else dead. Like, this is so aggressive. It's insane. These cards are so good. Okay, create a 2/2. I can make an extra 2/2 out of this as well without attacking it. No, we just want to go aggressive here. I think we try to go as aggro as possible. They're holding up mana for removal. Something is going to die. I want them to kill the Weaver of Harmony instead. Whoa. Okay. Now do I make the 2/2 instead? I still get the trigger with these guys on the next turn. Yeah, I think I do. So now we're going to go ahead and copy the triggered ability. Sure. Attack in. 4/6, down to 11, past the turn. As long as we're getting in for damage, life is great. Ooh, 3 color. Okay. What's going on here? Edgar. Edgar! That's fantastic. We get to play out... See, I don't get the trigger from that. I get to get 2 counters onto things. All right, so I think we play out Kodama. Yeah, I think we just go full on aggressiveness here. We're going to get tons of lands, tons of extra value out of this. That means that we get to start looking out the top on the next turn. So I can put them onto Generous Visitors and have it trade off. I can put them onto these and just swing in and hit for 9 and just say like, yo, find a way to deal with me on the next turn or be dead. And I'm not sure which is better. Them getting lifelink. If they have a board wipe, we're in trouble. I can put counters into both of these ones and just get all of the lands. I think we do that. Yeah, so go here. One of the Generous Visitors dies. We get 3 lands out of our library. That means that we're going to have higher chance of hitting more creatures, more action at least. If not, Ranger class can upgrade and get us there quicker. So we're just setting ourselves up for success. They're at 2 life. 1, 2, 3. All right, there we go. Down to 2. Lots of creatures. +2 damage, +1 damage there for the Fang. So board wipe or bust basically for them. That's a lifelinker token. That is annoying. The opponent scoops it up. Sweet stuff. Yes. Oh, dude. Love the deck. We got to be on the play, and it was an easy game. That's how that works. All right, so we went 2-2, 50% win rate here with this deck. And like I said, so let's go ahead and check out the games that we went with here. So yeah, on the draw 3 times, on the play 1 time. So as far as stats going for being wins on the draw versus play, I wish I could play more videos with that, more stuff, but I have to keep these videos around the gameplay around the 30-minute mark. Otherwise, I just go insane. It's not good for me to be playing that much Magic all the time for how much I'm recording, how much I'm doing deck testing, all the kind of stuff there. But this deck is awesome. I think it's really fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, leave it down in the comments below what things you would change with it, what things were actually working. There was lots of times we had Kodama, but I wasn't playing it because it wasn't an enchantment, and we had the Generous Visitors, the Kami. But being as a 1/1, we had it as a 1 of, and we found it every single game, I believe. So there is that as well. That was a little bit crazy. But when we were on the play, if we had Generous Visitors, Kami of Transience, the Fangs, whatever, all these great cards, like just so many 1s and 2 drops that are so powerful for this deck that I think it's just really, really powerful. I really like this deck. I like to see how it plays out, how it does all of its stuff. And I honestly, I kind of liked how the numbers were with everything. I thought it was good. The biggest thing I felt like we could use was more removal, just like some removal to be able to get rid of their thing to keep hitting in, especially against the decks that have board wipes and whatever. a lot of decks with that are more control still have a few blockers here and there, still have a couple of things we need to get rid of. And it's nice to be able to have the borrow time, whatever, but that's a little bit expensive. Detention Vortex does work pretty well, but that's still only 3 removal spells out of this entire deck. And if we could just remove something, hit in with the creatures that we have on board, and then we don't have to overcommit to a board to whenever they do have board wipes. I have an issue of just not playing stuff like, oh, we have enough stuff on board. I don't have to play things into a board wipe or a potential board wipe. And so I definitely made some mistakes with that. But ultimately, I think the deck is super fun. It's a blast to play. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.